This week on The Real Fishing Show, we're at Florence, Alabama, fishing Lake Pickwick with Jonathan Newton and playing a little bit of Robert Trent Jones Golf Course at the Shoals.
Coming up. On this Real Fishing episode, Bob and the crew are in Florence, Alabama, fishing Pickwick Lake, a reservoir and part of the Tennessee River. Bob joins pro angler and Alabama native Jonathan Newton to sample this popular sport fishing tournament and recreational destination. Switching it up, Bob and Jonathan alternate jigs, finesse baits, and swim baits, firing up these Pickwick bass. And Bob goes golfing at the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail at the Shoals in Florence. It's a warm welcome to Southern hospitality in Florence, Alabama.
Oh, nice jump. There we go, boys. Whoa.
Look at that magnificent fish.
Look at that. Isn't that sweet? Look at the size of that fish.
I think I love it.
Get him, Bob. Get him, Bob. Nice.
Wow.
The Real Fishing Show with Bob Izumi.
All right. That is a big rainbow trout, Chris.
And the Bob Izumi pose?
That is awesome, girl.
Yeah.
That is all right. Man, that is so cool. Look at the color of that. Isn't that something? Nice. Look at that chunk. Whoa, baby.
Real Fishing is sponsored by Mercury, #1 on the water, and Tim Hortons.
On the Real Fishing Show, we make catching fish like this a possibility. Well, here we are in beautiful Alabama, and I'm here with my buddy Jonathan Newton. Jonathan, thanks for joining me.
It's been a pleasure.
Oh,
you know,
man.
anytime we can get together and fish, I'm looking forward to
Well,
it.
I'll tell you, we've had a great couple of days down here in Florence, Alabama, and I know that you travel all over as a professional angler. You're fishing currently on the National Guard team. You're traveling all over. You're living the dream, and we've known each other now for a number of years, and you've also got 2 EverStart wins to your credit.
I do. One of them actually was on Pickwick. I think it was in 04, 03 or 04, and then there was one on Kentucky Lake the next year. So the Tennessee River's been good to me.
Very
I've made
sweet.
several cuts down here, and it's been an awesome place for me to fish.
Well, I know you've had a great career fishing the FLW tournaments, and I'll tell you, it's awesome down here. Now, we were out yesterday. We caught a bunch of bass. We did a little golfing today on the Robert Trent Jones The Shoals golf course. This place is awesome.
You've got everything you need here.
Well, we're talking about great Southern hospitality, wonderful weather. Food's pretty good too.
It's not bad.
I love those places we've been eating at. Let's get out. We're gonna go fishing for a little bit this evening and see how it goes. While we're doing that, let's show you just how our trip has gone so far. Let's get in there.
Perfect.
So this is all artificial current that's being pulled at the dams, right?
It is. They generate power through these dams that set up, you know, like we have Pickwick Dam, Wilson Dam, Wheeler Dam on up the chain, but they generate power, and you know, without the water, they maintain a constant level through the summer, try to maintain a constant level, which is considered summer pool.
So without water moving, the fish aren't as active. As soon as that water gets moving, they turn on, do they?
Well, they do, and the reason being, you know, that makes it so easy for those fish to feed. I mean, you get a current flow. These fish, I guess, they get pretty. There's one right there.
All right.
They get pretty lazy in the fact that they know that the feeding is
nice. Nice bass.
Yeah, is easier. There's one.
All right.
That's a little bit better.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, but that, you know, that's Pickwick's became a really awesome lake, and it's always been awesome, but the last couple of 3 years has really been good because there's been some grass growing in the lake, and this is like an average size fish you catch. This is a 2-pounder, 2 1/4 pounder. That's an average size fish you catch here now. So,
nice.
you know, you hear about Guntersville and everywhere else, but Pickwick is really, really where it's at now.
Lots of numbers.
Lots
too,
of
huh?
numbers. Catch
Very
lots
sweet.
of numbers.
Good hook set. You'd think you did this for a living, you know? A little guiding, a little tournament fishing. Of course, that's what he does for a living. Alrighty.
Well, you know, that's we were talking on the way down here. We're all fortunate to be able to do what we do, and be able to include our families in what we do. And
Absolutely.
I've got a little 4-year-old that's absolutely eat up with fishing. He's
Mason is the PR director on the FLW tour.
yes, he is, and he's been a really good positive reinforcement for me to do better fishing too. So
I just want to welcome you to Florence, Alabama, home of Pickwick Lake. Absolutely one of the best fisheries in the country right now.
More bass action coming up with Jonathan Newton in Florence, Alabama.
so we'll be right back for some more real fishing.
We'll be right back for some more fishing.
Closed captioning is brought to you by BoaterExam.com. Let's take a look down under with this week's Fish Eye View, sponsored by Mercury, #1 on the water. Without question, the very best time to be out on the water is first thing in the morning. If you're not an early riser, the last hour or two before sunset is a good second choice. For certain species, walleye and browns for instance, the evening bite may even surpass the early shift. The reason for this flurry of activity is mostly due to low light conditions. Thankfully, for various reasons, fish will turn on during the course of the day. This is most prevalent in stained or turbid waters. Steelheaders will tell you, when the water's off color, the fish hit all day long. But when things clear up, the going gets tough. Visibility and light penetration are the issues. Using Lake Simcoe perch as an example, after first light, working progressively deeper water will put you on top of fish still willing to hit. Once the sun is high in the sky, you can expect the morning action to slow or stop for several hours. Then, for reasons we can't explain, they turn on again early in the afternoon. Strange as it may seem, other species follow this afternoon pattern as well. They're either suddenly willing to hit or simply on the move. Bottom line is, the very best time to go fishing is whenever you can, and as often as you can.
I just want to welcome you to Florence, Alabama, home of Pickwick Lake. Absolutely one of the best fisheries in the country right now. If you want to come and catch some great smallmouth, largemouth bass, this is the place to be. The water is beautiful, the weather is amazing, and Florence is so welcoming to all of our anglers. We're standing here at McFarland Park. This particular ramp and park was specifically designed for the angler in mind, for the sport fisherman, the leisure fisherman, or national bass tournaments. The ramps are great. They're perfect to be able to launch multiple vehicles at the same time, and great marina and harbor as well. It's a very family-oriented park, so if you have your family with you at a tournament or want to bring them to fish, this is definitely the spot to come to.
Bass fishing has become so popular.
It has.
And I really love how all through this chain of lakes down here in the Florence area, you've got so many boat ramps and so many big ramps that'll accommodate tournaments too, right?
Right.
What's that called? The Alabama Bass Trail?
It is. It is. And the thing we've got here in Florence, you know, there's another one. Oh, I missed it. McFarland, which is the harbor that most of the tournaments go out of in Florence, you can put in a lot of boats there and park a lot of boats, and they really love fishing in this area. I mean, as far as the aspect of the tourism goes, they really understand and love it. And
I love it. Everybody eats, speaks, and breathes bass fishing down here.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
All right.
We move some of these rods out of your way.
Yeah, that's so much fun when they thump it. Oh! And it's a little jump off. That was a little 12, 13 incher. You know, it's so funny, you know, as you're hopping this big football head when they hit it. It's just neat how all of a sudden they just put a little slack in your line.
And it makes it kind of hard to set the hook. I mean, if you're, you know,
I'm using on this one here, I've got 20-pound trilene fluorocarbon, 100% fluorocarbon. And there's not a lot of stretch in it, but still, you know, when you got a long cast out, you got to tighten up and get all that slack out of your line. Now, if this was a big tournament, I would have had Jonathan down on his knees netting that 12-incher, you know?
Yeah, for sure. They're all important at that point. Yes, they are.
You're darn right. Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Look at all those fish. Oh, there you go. We could see them on the depth finder too.
That was so cool. Looking down on the depth finder, and they were there.
They're there.
This one's got teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. It's got a good set of chompers.
Yes, he does. There's one.
You got him?
Yep. See what I mean right there as far as...
Well, this would be classified as a double header.
Is not so graceful of a hook set. That's what I mean.
Well, that was graceful. You got them on.
60% of our golfers come from out of state. You can even get a shuttle straight from the marina here.
Coming up, Bob and Jonathan switched their rods for golf clubs, playing the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail at the Shoals in Florence, Alabama. Stay tuned. This tip of the week is sponsored by Coleman, the outdoor company.
Hey, I'm here with Andrea Pallavicini, and she's from Colombia. Andrea, you know, as much time as I spend in the outdoors, I want to be comfortable, whether it's cold or hot, and that's why I really love Columbia Sports, where you guys have products now that can take you from the extreme heat fishing for bonefish on the flats to in the Great White North where I live, and it's incredible with the technologies that you folks have. You're cutting edge. Let's talk about the new stuff that's out.
Yeah, we're really excited this spring to introduce a whole new technology for consumers to stay nice and cool while they're out on the water for a long period of time. The new technology is called OmniFreeze Zero, and OmniFreeze Zero, as you can see, actually I will show you on Bob's shirt here, it's little blue rings. This little blue rings isn't just a pretty pattern, it's actually a technology to help cool you off. So we figured out, instead of not using your sweat and just kind of wicking it away with a shirt, we figured why not use that sweat to our advantage. And what this technology does is it takes your sweat in, these little blue rings, they're a polymer, they take the sweat in, they expand, and then they cool you off while they're doing that so they can stay nice and cool all day.
Well, last week I was fishing a tournament. I wore this shirt for 2 days in a row, and I really wanted to put it through the test. It was 96 degrees Fahrenheit, and what happened is, as I perspired, I cooled down. Yeah. And then I'm running down the lake about 65 miles an hour in the Ranger bass boat, and I got a few drops of water came off the trolling motor and hit me, and they hit me, and all of a sudden it was like somebody throwing little pieces of ice on me.
Yeah, that's
incredible.
exactly it.
It was really incredible, and this technology is also in other products like some of the undergarments as well.
Yeah, we have it in about 40 styles across our entire line. We've got neck wraps. We also have it in our footwear too, which we're really excited about because your feet get hot, and why not cool those off too?
Well, I'll tell you, it's nice to be comfortable when you're in the outdoors. Andrea, thanks a bunch.
Oh, no problem. Thank you.
You're awesome.
This is the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail at the Shoals. We're located here on the Tennessee River in Alabama, between Wilson and Wheeler Dam. The Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail was created 20 years ago. This is our 20th anniversary, 2012. There's 11 sites on the trail from one end of the state all the way to the other. We've got two 18-hole golf courses here, Schoolmaster and Fighting Joe. 60% of our golfers come from out of state. You can even get a shuttle straight from the marina here. So come on down and enjoy the beautiful weather, the beautiful courses, and great southern hospitality.
Oh, here we go.
There you go.
All righty. That one's, oh, he came off. That was a nice fish.
That was a good. Was that a smallmouth?
No, it's a largemouth.
Largemouth. Oh my goodness.
Using this this Berkeley gripper jig, and it's like a big football. It's got a nice smiley face on it. Little eyes and new rocket craw, one of the Havoc rocket craws on the end. But you know what? I lost it.
I know. That was.
I lost it. I think I better.
I think you wasn't ready.
No.
I think you wasn't ready.
Give it a little squirt here and see if I can't get another bite. Where's that buoy marker? You know, Jonathan uses a camouflage buoy marker. You can't see it, including me. I don't know where it is.
Including me as well. Sometimes I have problems seeing it.
Okay.
You throw an orange buoy marker out here and you can see it for 3 miles.
That's like a big neon sign. Come on over,
Come on
boys.
over here. They're right here. coming. This feels like a better fish.
Aha,
Oh,
nice, nice fish. Very nice.
Wacky style.
Wacky. Oh, come on. Did you hook that wacky stuff?
I did.
Oh, nice largemouth.
I did.
All righty.
Wow. I did. He got my weight, but.
Drop shotting.
Drop shotting.
Now, we won't tell everybody at home that my son, the cameraman, Darren, said you gotta rig it wacky style.
Yeah. Sometimes we just have to listen, you know.
Nice. Nice largemouth.
Good one. Yeah,
awesome.
those are pretty fish. Pretty fish.
Good job. Whoa!
Oh, that's a better one too. That's a better one too.
Aha, I switched up to the football jig, went back to that gripper jig there with the rocket craw on, and that thing thumped it. You know, and that's the one thing about this offshore fishing is switching up, Jonathan, and you know, that one's got a bit of a belly too.
It
it's
does,
like signature series.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Hey, you looked at my belly when I said that, didn't you? You know, one thing is that it's nice to switch it up. You know, you work an area with maybe power fishing with a big 3/4 ounce jig like this Berkeley gripper jig, and then you go subtle and, you know, just use a little finesse worm, right?
It's amazing how just the change of a bait, the change of a color sometimes is all you need to refire the fish up and get them feeding again.
What'd you do, switch up to a swim bait?
I switched to a swim bait.
And
got to bite the first cast.
Nice. Bigger bait, bigger fish.
Bigger fish.
All right. Very sweet.
Yeah.
That's nice when you can call your shots like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hold on, I got to get a picture, right?
It don't happen that often.
Well, it's always nice when it does, though, because when it does, it makes you look real good.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Got
Good
it?
stuff. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Yeah. Good stuff. That was cool. You
There we go.
switched up.
What?
Whoa. Acrobatic. There we go. This is a better fish.
That looks better.
It feels good.
When we return, a final evening of fishing, and thanks for the southern hospitality in Florence, Alabama. Stay tuned.
Hammered that swim bait.
Jeez. All right, we just caught this little catfish. It's another native species. This is a Mississippi blue, but I tell you what, you let this one get a hold of you and it hurts. Look at that. Sharp fins. Whew, we're gonna let that one go.
Nice evening fishing out here, Jonathan. You know, it's our last night here. And, you know, there's just nothing like getting out here this time of night, is there?
Oh.
Cooled down a bit. It was in the 90s today.
Yeah, it was kind of unseasonably warm today, but
Oh, I missed one. That was a good hit.
but we've cooled off. Like you said, it's in the 80s now. It feels like it's in the 60s compared to earlier, but it's a lot of fun getting out. Don't get to spend many afternoons out fun fishing, you know.
There we go. This is a better fish.
That looks better.
It feels good. Let's see here, coming up, coming up, coming up. Where is he? There is he.
How big is it?
Oh,
that's a good
nice, nice. All
Good one.
righty. You hammered that swim
one.
bait.
Jeez.
Now, I'm using 20-pound, 100% trilene fluorocarbon, so I can do that. Oh, yeah, that's a good
That is a
fish
good
right
one.
there. All right, look at that.
Perfect.
Now, that just hammered this swim bait. And this is a Berkeley swim bait here that's got the jig head built right into it. Wow. It wasn't getting off, Jonathan.
No,
You know, this is like one of those fish you catch in practice in tournaments.
That you can't shake it off.
Yeah. It thumped it pretty good. To the,
Oh, I just missed one.
there we go. There's the swim bait there. That's a little power bait swim shad there. And look at there.
It's a pretty
Very
one.
nice. Let's get one picture, Jonathan, with this fish here.
Oh, there's one.
Okay.
There's a good one right there.
Okay, this is.
It's not as good as that one, but.
All right, well, I just see you got one now. You're skiing them in, good stuff. All right, well, let's hold them up for a photo, good stuff.
How's that?
All right.
I wasn't gonna quit till I got a bite.
All right, good stuff. Well, Jonathan, you know, just a little sample of what Pickwick Lake has to offer.
It's crazy.
I'll
Pickwick's been on fire. It's been great for the last couple of days. I hate to say it's ending here, but I'm looking forward to fishing a little bit more before dark.
Well, you know what? I've had a couple of great days with you. It was we finally got to fish together after knowing each other for many years, and we got a little golfing in out there at the Robert Trent Jones course today. And folks, if you want a wonderful trip in Southern hospitality, come on down to Florence, Alabama and hook up with some of the great anglers like Jonathan, and you can catch some fish like this. I like that. Look at that.
I know. That's a good one too.
See you later, Mr. Largemouth. Good stuff. Well, thank you, sir.
Perfect. Man, great
All right.
stuff.
I'm
Good
throwing that
stuff.
swim bait again.
Yeah, all right.
This is a big fish. That is a fish of a lifetime. Well, that is just amazing. Look at that thing. Oh, yeah. Wow. Oh, man. Woo. That was too cool. Oh, man, what a fish. Look at that.